Now let us take a look at how to connect to GitHub. First of all, what is a GitHub? GitHub is a web-based platform and a service. Okay, it provides a version control system for tracking changes in software development projects. It is meant for version control. GitHub uses something called Git. It is a distributed version control system. Okay, to track changes to files and code in a project, we need to have a version control tool. GitHub is a version control. It is also a popular version control tool. Most of the developers or companies, they use GitHub also, okay? And it allows the developers to create branches and make modification, merge changes, and handle conflicts effectively. Version control, okay? For example, you have made changes to your report as of today, and then you published on GitHub, okay? And it automatically maintains the version. And the same report file you check out, which means you download it, and then the report file you open it today as a developer. The second day you are doing some more changes in the report file, and then you check in into your GitHub. Check-in is nothing but uploading the file in GitHub. Okay, and once you upload it, right, let's say tomorrow, day 3, you come to office, and again you have some more pending task in that same report file. You check out and you make all the changes. Okay, and you made some changes and you just checked in at the end of the day, third day, right, into your GitHub. So what you do is in the fourth day, the customer says, no, I don't need this feature in this report file. Can you remove it? In that case, you don't have to remove it because that feature you did not implement the day 2. Better you can check out the day 2 version. If you want to revert back, right, you don't want the changes, whatever you made it today. Instead, you want the yesterday's code, you can get it back from the GitHub. GitHub automatically maintains the version control. Okay, so there are a lot of nice videos are there for GitHub, and if you are a DevOps guy, you should be knowing very clearly what is GitHub. Okay, and probably I will put another video regarding GitHub later point that. For the time being, you can go and watch it from the YouTube also. I will share some link if you are so keen on understanding GitHub. Okay, GitHub is meant for, at this moment, you just think it is meant for version control system. Okay, it's a web-based platform like OneDrive, but but there is a huge difference between OneDrive and so GitHub.com. Look here, go to github.com, all of you guys. Okay, you can create a user ID and password here also. So in my case, I already created a username and password. I created a repository and folder, everything here. And then here I already published the data. Okay, what we will do is I wanted to read this file. Okay, without downloading this file, I want to read the content of march.csv file from my Power BI desktop directly from the GitHub. Okay, I clicked on the CSV file. Good. It is showing something like this is what my URL march.csv. I just right click on it, copy this. I go back to my Power BI desktop. In the Power BI desktop, what I do is I go to the report view, and even here you cannot find any GitHub related connector. And you can click on the web connector. In the web connector, you need to paste it. Okay, that's it. https github.com. Okay, fine. Okay, I'm going to hit OK now. Now Power BI desktop establish a connection directly to my GitHub file march.csv. Okay. And but unfortunately, okay, this is in this format. It is not in the proper format. I'm going to cancel it. This time what I do is I go one step further and I can see something called raw here, the button. Okay. First you need to click on that file, the CSV file, and then it will go to this URL, and then you will find something called raw. Click on the raw here. And you will find raw.github username, right? You select this URL, copy this URL, and go back to your Power BI desktop. In the get data icon, you will find something called web connector. Select that, and you can paste that URL here. Click on OK. And let's wait and watch what is going to look here. Now, this time, Power BI desktop was able to read the entire data of this file successfully. But what we are seeing is the sample data, not the entire file data. Okay, Rupa's question is why it is not showing the entire data, why it is showing only the sample of that file. The reason is sometimes the same file name may be the same file name or the same, you have single, more than one file can have the similar file name. But all those files are available in different folder. You wanted to check still, you want to double check whether am I loading the correct file or not. In that case, why it should load you the entire file data? In the real time world, the data file volumes are like 10 million records, 25 million records. To open the entire 25 million records, it'll take 1 hour to 2 hour time. After 2 hours, if it loads the entire data, and if you realize, no, this is not the data I needed, I want to cancel it. That's a time-taking process. Instead, you just take the preview, okay, how it looks like, everything is fine. It's something like simple analysis, go to the sweet stall and you want to buy a specific sweet. What you do, you take a sample, right? Give me one sample sweet, I'll taste it, and then I'll order 5 kg or 50 kg. If you buy 50 kg and then if you taste it, they say you made the payment for 50 kgs and then you taste it, and then if you ask them, the shop owner, take it back, you think you will take it back? No, right? And it is it's an overhead, right? So the same thing, it is not loading the entire data. Instead, it will load the sample data. With the sample data, you take a look at it, completely understand what data is there, what columns are there, check it out. Or these columns are enough for you to create the report or dashboard. Then you click on load. When you click on load, what will happen is it will load the entire file data rather than loading the sample data. Okay, click on the load. Even in the case of medical, right, they'll put a sample, they will not put the entire medicine, right, the injection. They will put only small dose, check you develop any allergic reaction. And if you don't develop any, and then they will give, right, same analogy here, okay, good. So the data got loaded, which one? From the GitHub now, the data got loaded. If you expand, you can see all the columns here. Now we'll switch to the data view, and then I'm going to select this file, and I can see all the data that belongs to retail store is available here. Very good. All this, little bit advanced thing. The GitHub, how to pull the data, and in the GitHub, right in the OneDrive, how to pull the Excel file data into your Power BI desktop without downloading locally into your Power BI desktop. Okay, the customer dimension, and it's an Excel file. Sales W0 is a CSV file. These files were available locally, but the retail store file, Excel file, was available in my GitHub, and whereas this one was available in my GitHub. Sorry, this is my OneDrive. This is my GitHub. Okay. And what else? We are left with 1 second.